The ND-generation Mazda MX-5 Miata proves that you don't need massive horsepower to have an incredible driving experience. Lightweight, perfectly balanced, and equipped with a responsive naturally aspirated engine, the ND Miata delivers pure driving excitement that few modern sports cars can match. In this video, we explore why the Mazda MX-5 ND continues to dominate the affordable sports car market, comparing its handling, performance, reliability, design, and everyday usability. Whether you're a longtime Miata enthusiast or considering buying your first Roadster, this review explains why the ND Miata may be the perfect sports car. If you love sports cars, JDM legends, and automotive reviews, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more exciting car content. The ND-generation Mazda Miata is perfect. These are the worst things about it. Everyone loves the Miata because it's basically the perfect sports car. But nothing is truly flawless. For want of something original to say about the Mazda Miata, I've decided to nitpick it. It's true, the Miata is just about perfect. The drivetrain is peerless in its inputs, feedback, layout, and every other respect. The ND looks elegant, not too shooty, and its interior is excellent. Truthfully, there is very little to critique here. However, because complaining is part of the journalistic profession, I've got a few gripes. Here, they are passengers who will probably be pretty miserable. Miata is not a car for passengers. This is true for two reasons. First, to have easy access to your drink, you've got to put one of the movable cup holders in the thigh of the person next to you. Second, every time you and a passenger get into the Mazda and set off on a journey, a timer starts. The problem is, under this lamp lives some hot engine or exhaust component, doesn't much matter which. Eventually, the heat seeps through and suddenly your passenger's calf is roasting like a pig on a spit. Better them than you though. The cup holders are too short. Doubt the Miata does a lot with its cup holders can be relocated to behind the armrest or deployed as above to give you easy access to your drink. Most of us use water bottles now, and if the center of gravity is too high, then the drink will fall out when you drive a Miata. As intended, bring something with a lid. Storage space is not awesome. There's not a lot of room in the Miata for large items. The center armrest barely fits the key. The glove box barely holds the owner's manual and a pair of sunglasses. The trunk will fit groceries for one at most. To boot, pun intended, the opening isn't large enough for the kinds of items that could fit in there. If you want storage space, go get a GR86. The folding roof has a few problems. The RF might seem to be the most duito Miata, but it has drawbacks just like the rest. For one, its powered mechanism can't be deployed over an oddly specific 6 miles per hour. The roof is also pretty slow, at least compared to the manual soft top. I got caught at a light holding up traffic on an otherwise beautiful evening. Then there's the weight. It's a full 80 pounds more than the soft top, which adds up in a car as small as the Miata. After all, the car only makes 181 horsepower. It's not a lot, and every pound counts in a car like this. It's expensive. This car here costs $43,000. It's as loaded as Miatas can really get, with the RF folding roof and the Brembo BBS Recaro package, which adds, well, I'm sure that's apparent. I appreciate all these things, but that is also a damn sight more than comparable Toyota GR86s and Subaru even with their respective performance options. The two come out under $40,000 and offer more space and more power. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more exciting car content.